Big Cool Entertainment. Giving you that sports and that news. What? And them reviews.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy Big Cool coming to you from Big Cool Entertainment, and today I am back with a Walking Dead video. And today I will be discussing Carol and could she be killed off this year or this season? Excuse me. I know Robert Kirkman way back before the season 6 premiere, or season 6 premiere stated that Carol is the most safest character on The Walking Dead, but we also know that Robert Kirkman, Scott Gimple, Greg Nicotero, they say things to really pull the fans one way, but really be meaning something else. And in the last few episodes, it kind of has seemed that with Carol going through what seems to be refinding her religion, because she was religious early on in the show, bringing up Sophia being married. She lived by high morals, and she was that one person who didn't want to leave anybody back, didn't want to kill anybody. But as the seasons have gone past, she's become more cold hearted, more willing to kill. Even doing things that us viewers and her fellow you know friends and family on the show frowned upon, especially when she killed Karen and who else? Who I forgot the other person she killed. When that's when Rick, kicked her out of the group because that really wasn't cause for. Although people were infected with the flu or had the flu and it was killing people, still they separated them for a reason. So the rest of the crew back in season 3 or 4 wasn't infected and wasn't sick. But it seems as of late she's kind of coming full circle and trying to find herself. Although she did kill Molly, straight gunshot to the head, and did kill or pretty much killed Paula last night and the two guys from the Saviors by burning them up in the room. It still feels that it's harder for her to continue to live this way and to commit these crimes, although there's no threat of being arrested. But there's always the threat of death by either somebody from the Hilltop Saviors or some different group, or walkers. It's just it's now like she's kind of having more time to think and realize. She said to Maggie last night that she had killed 18 people. 18 people. And some of those people didn't have to be killed. Some of them did. Example, she had to kill those people at Terminus because Rick and the gang were, you know, in huge danger of losing their lives. And she did what was best and what would anybody do if you grow fun and you grow close with people, over years of going through hell on earth, losing loved ones after loved ones, going out for food together, experiencing happy moments, sad moments, tragic moments. You just grow close and you're willing to do for people that's done for you and who really has your back. But it's clear that it's starting to mess with her, and now with her potentially blossoming relationship with Tobin, she may want to fall back from the forefront of um, you know having to be in that position to kill people. She seems to be taking Morgan's approach because in the trailer preview of next week's episode, Twice as Far, you see Morgan standing in the street in Alexandria, and he's looking at Kira, who's on a swing on her step in front of her house, and you kind of could tell that they have some connection, and that his way of all lives matter are kind of starting to wear off on her, which I'm not going to say is a bad thing, especially not for her because she still is able to, walk that fine line of, a person really deserving to die and a person who you could potentially change and save. In the case last night, Molly I think she did that simply because she slit Maggie's shirt, and Maggie is pregnant, and Carol is a mother figure. She loves kids. She know what it feels like to lose a daughter. We all know she lost Sophia in season 2, and she lost Lizzie, and I forget the sister name. But also Sam, who she kind of feels responsible for his death because she put those thoughts in his head, and that's what caused him to freeze up in the mid-season premiere. And she just doesn't want to keep, experiencing loss of anybody, but especially children. And she wants to protect because, like Tobin said in the episode before, not yet tomorrow, that she's looked at as a mother figure by majority of the people. She has a close relationship with Daryl. She has a close relationship with Rick. She has a close relationship with Maggie. And I think that she kind of is growing a little closer, although we haven't really seen too much interaction with Morgan, other than when he had slammed her, and then a couple episodes when he had told her, asked her why she didn't tell why she didn't tell Rick and Michonne them that you know that he kept the wolf locked up in Alexandria. I just think that with everything happening, she could be expendable, and that would be a shock. And I'll go on record. I was indifferent on Carol early on because I just thought that not to be disrespectful, she's like a weaker character, and understandably so. Early on, she was a victim of domestic violence. She didn't want to kill nobody. She didn't want to see anybody hurt. She wanted to help as many people as she could, and she was so nice and caring and nurturing. And then as the seasons progress, you kind of like, damn, she's kind of brutal and cold hearted, and just not understanding how she didn't hesitate to kill anybody. And I kind of like, I don't like this Carol. But then when she came back around, save Rick and the survivors from the Terminus, uh, I just kind of okay. I started to like her a little more, but now I'm at the point where I really like her, and I don't want to see her, get killed off. But you got to take into account the survivors have killed over 50 of the saviors. Negan is not going to be happy about that, and I feel that you know the names that's been in the running really people are paying attention to potentially be killed off, not only by Negan, but also, as you know, not to spoil anything, but for people who know, Dwight does kill someone in the comic books. I'm not going to say that name, but he does also kill somebody, a major character. And I feel with the names Abraham, Morgan, Glenn, and Daryl being, tossed around, I figure that it may be three survivors that get killed, and I don't know if they want to weaken the survivors, and not to say that killing all men would weaken them, because Maggie, Michonne, Tara, Sasha, Carol Rosita are more than capable of handling themselves, but still, to kill potentially Morgan, Daryl, Glenn, that's a big blow, especially to Rick being close to all three of those guys. Although killing Carol or Maggie or Sasha or whoever, Michonne, it would be just as big as blow because he's close. Obviously, he's in a relationship with Michonne, so that would really mess him up. And Carol has always had his back, numerous times saved his ass. So I think that Carol could get it. Carol could be um, one who maybe gets killed not by Negan or Dwight, but somebody else. Maybe she gives herself up because a lot of people have been saying that Morgan may sacrifice herself in the season finale to save either Glenn or Daryl or whoever Negan decides to, you know, make an example with. Although I don't think Carol will die, and I hope she don't. I think that potentially it's something to really think about. Go back and watch some episodes and see that she um is definitely uh could be on the chopping block. But if I had to guess, and say somebody that would get killed off in terms of a female, I would have to go for Tara. But you also got to look at Sasha because we don't know how the Abraham and Sasha situation is going to play out. Will they be in a relationship? Will Abraham get killed? So it remains to be seen. But I just think that you should definitely pay attention to Kara, who seemingly has found her religion again, somewhat. Doesn't want to kill anymore. And she's falling in line with Morgan, which could conflict. Although I think she's more likely to be able to flip that switch on and off. But she's also affecting Maggie because Maggie told Glenn, he's like, I can't do. She ran into his own. She said, I can't do it anymore. So it's getting to a point where their morals are being tested even more. And I think the reason is because they're desperate for food, their uncertainty with, these saviors and who Negan is. Even though Rick think he killed him when he killed Primo, he didn't, and it's going to be a shock once Negan actually arrives and causes havoc. But I think Carol definitely could potentially get killed in the next 3 episodes. I hope not, but just pay attention to that and see how she's you know starting to come full circle with not wanting to kill anymore. A blossoming relationship with Tobin. She's seemingly starting to find happiness with him and unhappiness in killing and taking lives of people because she's done it so long, and she's trying to find her a balance between how she was before and how she is now, and really deciding to kill only when needed, instead of just killing just to be, like so to say, bullies, and to you know set a message or send a message to whoever it is they may be facing in the future and right now. Like I said, thumbs up the video if you like it. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel if you want to. Favorite the channel, share the channel. Like I said, hey, check this out. Think about it. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.